Number 1. Kalash, a living museum in the Valley of Pakistan. Nestled deep in the isolated valleys of Pakistan, the Kalash are a small but remarkable community, distinguished by a lifestyle completely different from the rest of the world. With a population of only about 4,000 people, this tribe is like a living museum, preserving its ancient traditions intact. Scholars and tourists alike are captivated by their vibrant rituals and customs, passed down through generations. Imagine a land where music and beliefs are intertwined in daily life, where colorful costumes are the language of their ancestors' stories. Despite the pressures of modern life, the Kalash choose to live in harmony with nature, considering the mountains and forests as the source of their identity. This steadfastness has made them one of Pakistan's most unique cultural symbols. Today, we will delve into their inner world, exploring their unusual customs that foster a strong sense of community. The Kalash people's definition of happiness and spiritual freedom will undoubtedly offer a fresh perspective that you'd be hard-pressed to find anywhere else on Earth. Number 2. Kalash women and supreme power in love. Completely different from the strict rules of South Asia, the Kalash tribe operates on a value system where love is placed above possession. Their social structure does not have the concept of adultery, in a negative sense, as divorce or remarriage is considered an inevitable part of the life cycle. This helps to minimize the violent conflicts often seen in marriages in feudal societies. Kalash women hold a central role in choosing their own happiness. According to long-standing custom, a woman has the right to send a letter to the man she likes expressing her feelings or publicly announce her intention to leave her current husband at community gatherings. This freedom reaches its peak at the Chamos festival, also known as the Festival of Joy. This is when conventional norms are relaxed, allowing everyone to participate in matchmaking rituals, and women have the right to unilaterally end their old marriages to begin a new one at the festival. To ensure economic fairness, the new husband must compensate the former husband. Typically, the number of livestock compensated will be double the dowry or the number of animals the former husband had previously spent on the wedding ceremony. This solution is based on practical economic logic to prevent prolonged disputes between families within the tribe. For the Kalash people, respecting individual freedom is key to maintaining stability and peace in their small community nestled in the valley. Number 3. The unique beauty of the Kalash people. Nestled in the remote valleys of northern Pakistan, this community makes a striking impression with their distinctly different appearance from neighboring ethnic groups. They possess fair skin, striking eyes, and delicate features with a distinctly European flair, creating an intriguing contrast in the heart of South Asia. This unique appearance has fueled the popular theory that they are descendants of warriors under Alexander the Great. Legend has it that around 320 BC, a group of soldiers from an expeditionary army chose to settle in the Hindu Kush mountains. They interbred with the indigenous people, leaving behind the distinctive genetic traits we see today. While scientific evidence remains debated, the Kalash people's appearance and customs give this historical narrative enduring appeal. Beyond their physical beauty, it is their confident demeanor and cultural pride that truly attract visitors. Their vibrant traditional costumes, combined with the dances performed at festivals like Joy, have made them one of Pakistan's most dazzling cultural symbols. While their true origins remain shrouded in mystery, the allure of the Kalash people never wanes for those eager to explore. Number 4. Educational barriers and millennia-old customs of the Kalash people. In the Kalash Valley, attending school is not a given, but rather a gift for those who are truly fortunate. This is evident in the fact that 18% of women and 25% of men have access to literacy. The lack of infrastructure in the three valleys, with only one secondary school and a handful of primary schools, creates a significant barrier for the community as it strives to integrate into the modern era. Within the simple classrooms lies a unique cultural blend between Kalash children and Muslim children. The most striking difference is their appearance. While Kalash girls are radiant in their embroidered skirts and beadwork, their Muslim classmates are more modest in their traditional hijabs. This difference in beliefs does not prevent them from sharing a school roof, creating a diverse and fascinating social tapestry. In front of the school stands Bashali, a house dedicated to women during periods considered unclean, such as menstruation or childbirth. Although cameras were not allowed inside, the house's isolation from the outside world was palpable. It is a piece of ancient culture, imbued with layers of spiritual meaning, and it continues to stand resiliently in the heart of the valley. Number 5. A philosophy of free-spirited love amidst the Kalash Mountains. In this culture, a wedding is not simply a private affair between two people, but a grand celebration for the entire valley. Typically, families send out around 1,000 invitations to welcome all the villagers to share in the festivities and feast. Although the cost is incredibly high, this is a way for them to affirm their pride and the long-standing bonds of their lineage. Unlike neighboring regions in South Asia, the Kalash people do not hold elaborate mehendi hand-painting ceremonies. Instead, they perform a simple nikah ceremony, witnessed by a priest to confirm the vows between the couple. While marriages were previously based on promises, nowadays couples register their marriages officially with the authorities to protect their legal rights during integration. The most progressive aspect is their open attitude towards relationships breaking down. The Kalash can separate without facing any criticism or pressure from the community. After a relationship ends, both men and women have the full right to seek new happiness. This philosophy shows that the Kalash people always prioritize free will and personal peace over formal commitments. Number 6. The strange disease in Kalash. In world medical literature, this syndrome is known as solar kids, and it has caused a psychological earthquake in the highland valleys of Pakistan. The symptoms of these pediatric patients are very distinctive. They can play football or climb at noon, but experience complete muscle paralysis at sunset, even in the brightest surroundings illuminated by electric lights. The most famous case is that of the two brothers, Shoaib and Abdul Rashid, from the village of Kundi, which forced doctors at the Pakistan Institute of Medical Sciences to conduct a series of in-depth tests. Biochemical tests revealed a severe drop in dopamine levels in their brains at a fixed time in the evening, causing a complete disruption of muscle control signals. Strangely, this syndrome seems to be confined to closely related families within the Kalash tribe. Scientists are leaning towards the hypothesis that a congenital myasthenia gravis syndrome is linked to a rare genetic mutation caused by the millennia-long practice of inbreeding in the valley. Experimental use of levodopa, a drug used to treat Parkinson's disease, has helped the children regain movement at night, but this is only a temporary solution, not a cure. This disease is not only a challenging medical problem, but also a warning about the negative side of genetic isolation. The very existence of these sun children has transformed Kalash into a living laboratory for research into the biological limits of humans in the wild. Number 7. Inside the Kalash tribe's most expensive funeral. Unlike the usual somber atmosphere, Kalash funerals are large community events celebrating a life that has fulfilled its purpose. The Kalash believe that the soul of the deceased is happier hearing the drums and watching the collective dances around the coffin, as this helps them avoid feeling lonely as they depart from this world. The scale of a funeral here is incredibly expensive, with the family having to provide goat meat for hundreds of people during the 48 hours of embalming. According to unwritten rules, the number of livestock sacrificed is proportional to the status and prestige of the deceased within the tribe, ensuring their soul has enough food for the journey to the afterlife. Kalash women sit around the coffin and sing mournful songs with a distinctive rhythm, recounting the achievements or merits of the deceased. The most significant change in this custom is the way the body is handled. In the past, wooden coffins were left exposed in the valley along with valuable personal belongings. But due to the covetousness of antique thieves, the elders decided to bury them deep underground several decades ago. A unique aspect is that they still maintain the practice of erecting wooden statues called gandau to honor those who made significant contributions to the tribe. These statues are hand-carved with details depicting the faces and weapons of the deceased, intended to protect the valley from evil forces. This combination of music and spiritual symbols has transformed the Kalash funeral ceremony into a unique ritual on the world cultural map. Number 8. How the Kalash people sustain their identity. In a valley surrounded by poverty and rugged terrain, tourism has become the only economic lifeline for the local inhabitants. Currently, taking photos with Kalash women in traditional attire is regulated by the elders, with a fee ranging from 200 to 500 rupees per photo as a direct form of cultural preservation fee. This money not only helps them buy necessities, but is also reinvested in purchasing expensive beads and fabrics to make elaborate festive dresses. The presence of tourists has created a fascinating candy economy for the children of the highlands. Instead of cash, the children often prefer receiving chocolate or pens because walking dozens of kilometers along mountain paths to the nearest grocery store is too much of a challenge. This habit reflects the keen adaptability of the younger generation of Kalash in the face of the global wave sweeping through the valley. However, the true foundation that allows the Kalash people to survive their long, harsh winters lies in their ancient agricultural system. They use an extremely sophisticated system of handcrafted irrigation canals called kul to bring water from melting glaciers to irrigate their millet and barley fields. These grains are highly resistant to cold and are the main source of starch for the tribe's traditional Bililian bread. In addition, goat farming not only provides food, but is also a measure of a man's wealth and social status in the village. This symbiotic relationship between the influx of money from Western tourists and the resilience of their subsistence farming has created a unique survival model that allows the Kalash to maintain their identity without being swept away by the cycle of poverty. Number 9. Survival wisdom at the foot of the Hindu Kush Mountains. In the Kalash Valley, fruit trees are not only food, but also a biological barrier protecting the land from erosion. The unique canopy farming system here involves intercropping large trees like walnuts and mulberries to shade the lower grapevines and apricots. This helps the plants withstand the dry, cold winds blowing in from the Hindu Kush Mountains. Each fruit here undergoes a meticulous, handcrafted processing method adapted to the harsh living conditions. After harvesting, apricots are pitted and dried on flat mud roofs to maximize the heat from the sun, creating a highly nutritious dried apricot for the snowy months. The native black grapes, in particular, are harvested late in autumn. The Kalash people do not use any chemical preservatives. Instead, they ferment the grapes in earthenware jars buried deep underground, naturally producing a rich wine used in religious ceremonies. Owning an orchard of mature trees is also a symbol of stable settlement and land ownership within the tribe. According to local law, ancient trees are never cut down, but are considered sacred inherited property for future generations. Visitors not only enjoy the fresh fruit, but also hear the history of each ancient tree. This close connection between human hands and the essence of the earth has helped the Kalash people maintain a self-sufficient and vibrant life in their isolated valley. Number 10. The medical pain of highland isolation. Here, healthcare services are almost incapable of meeting the basic needs of the population. Amidst the rugged terrain, proper medical facilities are extremely scarce, with only a few small clinics equipped with rudimentary equipment. Many families have to resort to traditional self-treatment or travel long distances to larger towns to find hospitals. For serious emergencies, delays in transportation often lead to tragic consequences. Although education has seen some improvements, teaching standards remain very limited. Lack of facilities and poor learning materials create significant obstacles to children's long-term development. Frequent teacher turnover also disrupts the quality of education. The younger generation here truly needs more practical support in both teaching methods and school facilities. The shortage of healthcare and education is the downside of isolation, where modern services are difficult to access. However, the Kalash community is still making gradual efforts to improve their lives and find a balance between preserving their culture and the need for integration. Improving their quality of life will be a core foundation for this tribe to maintain its identity in the flow of the modern world. Number 11. The hospitality of the Kalash people. The Kalash tribe is renowned for its warmth and hospitality, evident in their daily greetings. Instead of formal or distant rituals, young Kalash women greet each other with a gentle kiss on the back of the hand. This gesture is not merely a ritual, but also a symbol of deep respect and friendship, the solid foundation of this small community. The tradition of hand-kissing extends beyond peers to include older people and first-time visitors. This ability to instantly make strangers feel welcome has made the Kalash a fascinating subject for many international travel documentaries. These affectionate gestures erase language barriers, allowing visitors to easily integrate into the tribe's way of life. In a modern society where human connection is becoming increasingly superficial, the Kalash custom serves as a reminder of the value of sincerity. The sense of community nurtured by those small greetings helps everyone feel valued. How wonderful it would be if we could all share that natural warmth with each other, just like the Kalash people do. Wouldn't you agree? Number 12. Drink freely in Kalash. In a country like Pakistan, where alcohol consumption can lead to serious legal trouble, the Kalash Valley stands as a rare exception. The Kalash people consider wine to be the water of life and the purest gift bestowed upon humanity by the god Dazao to dispel sorrow. Unlike their negative perception of drunkenness, they see wine as a spiritual medium, allowing them to communicate with the spirit world through circle dances that last all night. The Kalash winemaking process remains largely unchanged from ancient times, without any mechanical intervention. During the harvest season, the men of the tribe use their bare feet to press the grapes in large wooden vats, believing that the warmth of their bodies helps activate the natural fermentation process more effectively. The wine is then aged in earthenware jars placed in cool, underground stone cellars within the valley. Especially during the winter festival of Chitrimas, wine is the only thing permitted to be sprinkled on stone altars to pray for a bountiful harvest and ward off evil spirits. The existence of this wine culture is a testament to the unwavering defense of their faith against external assimilation pressures. Many Western visitors are amazed to see Kalash elders sipping handcrafted wine and recounting their clan history with immeasurable pride. Wine is not just an agricultural product, but a symbol of spiritual freedom and national pride. The combination of vibrant festivals and the rich flavor of the wine has created an indelible cultural imprint of the Kalash tribe on the world's anthropological map. Number 13. The most mysterious spirit-summoning ritual of the Kalash Valley. In their spiritual system, death is not a permanent separation, but a different state of existence where ancestors still observe and determine the fate of the tribe. The Mandak ceremony is considered a mandatory spiritual reunion, where all grudges or disputes from the year must be set aside so that the entire community can gather to welcome the returning spirits. The highlight of the night lies in the extremely strict rules of abstinence to ensure the purity of the ritual. While the elders recite ancient prayers in the native Kalasha language, absolutely no one is allowed to make loud noises or shine lights directly on the offering baskets, believing that this would disturb the tranquility of the ancestors. The characteristic ja'u, bread with walnuts, is handmade only from freshly harvested wheat flour, symbolizing the purity and filial piety of future generations. In particular, the brightly burning pine torches on the hilltops not only serve as guides, but also symbolize warding off evil spirits that might infiltrate the family feast. The participation of ancestors in meals with their descendants is a testament to the inherent strength of Kalash culture. Religious researchers believe that the Mandak ceremony is a spiritual remedy that helps the Kalash overcome their fear of death and loneliness in the remote mountains. By maintaining communal meals with the deceased, they have transformed their lineage history into a living entity that accompanies them in every important decision of the village. This strong faith has helped this small community maintain its unique identity amidst the vicissitudes of history for thousands of years. Number 14. Coming-of-age ceremony on the summit of Hindu Kush. In the towering peaks of the Hindu Kush, a boy's coming of age isn't measured by age, but by his ability to survive independently. This ritual typically lasts for 3 summer months, during which young men 15 years and older are taken to highland pastures called pastures and are strictly forbidden from any contact with women. Their harsh diet, consisting solely of goat products, purifies their bodies and minds according to the tribe's spiritual beliefs. This isolation forces the boys to face loneliness and the ever-present dangers of snow leopards and wolves. They must learn to read weather patterns and use ancient herding skills to control herds of hundreds of goats as they navigate steep cliffs. It's a real-life survival academy, where even the smallest mistakes can cost them their lives or their families' significant assets. The value of this ritual is most evident when winter arrives. During the Shamus festival, young men returning from the high mountains undergo a purification ritual using cypress smoke and are officially recognized by the community as bats, or true men, entitled to participate in the councils of elders to decide village affairs. This seclusion has created a generation of Kalash men with extraordinary resilience and composure in the face of adversity. Many scholars believe that this ancient military training is the reason why this small tribe has been able to stand tall amidst ethnic conflicts and the harshness of the geography for thousands of years. This is not just a custom, but a survival secret ingrained in the blood and flesh of every Kalash man. Number 15. The legend of the White Raven in the Kalash region. While most cultures view ravens as harbingers of darkness, the Kalash people see the white variant as the embodiment of absolute purity. From an ornithological perspective, this is a rare pigment variation in nature, but for the Kalash, the appearance of a white raven is a direct sign from the supreme god Imra that the valley is being cleansed of negative energies. The legend of the raven's color change is linked to a story of sacrifice and loyalty. It is said that the white raven flew over sacred volcanoes to bring sunlight back to warm the valley during a centuries-long winter, and the white color is the remaining light on its feathers. Therefore, in ancient father folk songs, the image of the white raven is always accompanied by praises of courage. During sacrificial ceremonies, the elders often observe the flight path of these birds to predict the fortunes of the wheat and grape harvests for the coming year. The veneration of the white raven also reflects a philosophical system of respect for diversity among the Kalash people. They believe that the most unusual creatures are the most powerful, protecting the valley's boundaries from evil forces. Maintaining faith in this white-feathered messenger helps the Kalash people maintain optimism and perseverance amidst the harsh living conditions of the Hindu Kush. This is not just a bedtime story, but a part of the cultural code that binds the beliefs of thousands of people to a brighter future.